Hello everyone. Today's video will be on a Sudoku called Zip Zag, and this is in fact a collab creation by Sujoyku and Egubachu. I saw this Sudoku as a recommendation on the Discord server, and it is also rated very well on the Logic Masters Dorsalen portal with a difficulty just I would like. So I thought let's give the Sudoku a try. The link to solve this is in the description of the video. Please do give it a try, come back and watch the video. So let's start the Sudoku now. Classic rules apply. So each row, each column and 3x3 box has digits 1 to 9, no repetitions. Zipper lines. Cells on a lavender zipper line. So all these lines that you see are called zipper lines. At an equal distance to the center, which is marked with a dot, sum to the digit at the center. So for example, if you have, let's say, 5 here and a 4 here, then these two digits must sum up to the digit at the center, and that is true for these two pair of cells and these two pair of cells. And now how do you decide these pair of cells? Because they are equidistant from the center. So if you take this as the center, this is the second cell from this side and the second cell from this side. So they will sum to 9 as well. So for example, this could be 8 and this could be 1 and this could be 2 and this could be 7, right? So cells equidistant from the center will sum to the digit at the center of the line. So these are called zipper lines. I think we have covered zipper line Sudoku once or twice previously in the channel. I'm not sure, but I'm certain that this has been covered once at least. So with that, we'll solve this wonderful collab creation by Sujoyku and Egubachu. So let's start the Sudoku now. So my attention is immediately drawn to this guy right here. So you have 3 pairs of digits summing up to this cell. Now that in itself eliminates digits from 1 to 6 here, because up to 6 you have only 2 pairs of digits that can add up to them. So this must be a 7, 8, 9. If you have a 6, you can have a 1 and 5, 2 and 4, and then you cannot have any other pair of digits. So this must be a 7, 8 or a 9. And one more thing that you can deduce from the Sudoku is none of these zipper lines except the center can take a 9 for obvious reasons, because if you have a 9 here, the sum is at least going to be 10. So that's why the zipper lines cannot take a 9. So 9 goes here. That is interesting. And then so 9 cannot be in any of these cells, so 9 goes here. That's excellent. 9 cannot be here, 9 cannot be here, so 9 has to be in these 3 cells, and that removes the 9 from here. That's nice. And 9 in this box has 4 cells. All right. But at least if you look at row 5, 9 cannot be here, 9 cannot be here, and 9 cannot be here. So 9 goes here. That's really nice. And this is gorgeous, guys. 9 cannot be here, 9 cannot be here. So 9 in this column has to be in these 3 cells, and 9 in this row has to be in these 2 cells. So there is only one way to satisfy that, by putting a 9 here. So that gives 9 here, which is excellent. Now coming back to the 7, 8. So whatever goes here cannot be in the zipper line again, because a digit plus some other digit cannot add to that digit. Not possible. So whatever is here cannot be in this line. So which means it has to go here, and that has to go with the 9. So 7, 8 and a 9. That's excellent. So how do we carry this forward? Oh, this is really interesting. So I'm seeing what happens if this is a 7. So 7 gets forced into this domino, right, along with the 9. Now a 7 cannot take an 8, right? So 8 is forced here, which is an instant contradiction. If you have a 7 here, 8 gets forced here, and that would force at least a 9 here. In fact a 9. So this would be a 1 and this would be a 9, which is certainly not possible. So this would have to be an 8, cannot be 7. So that puts 8, 9 here. That's excellent. And I cannot have a 4 as part of the 8 because 4 requires another 4. So this is a 4, and which means this would at least be a 5, and it cannot be 8 and a 9. So this is maximum a 7, which means this is a 1, 2 or a 3. That is very, very nice. Now a 5 is an instant rule out because 5 has only 2 pairs, 1, 4 and 2, 3, and then you will be left out of digits here. So this is not a 5. And for the same reason, I can rule out 6 as well. 6 would be having 1, 5 and 2, 4, and then there is no other pair. You can have 3, 3, but 3, 3 is not possible here because they are in the same column. So 6 is also an instant rule out because 1, 5, 2, 4, and then you'll have a 3 here. 3 plus 4 is a 7. So that is a 7, which means this is a 3. And now 7's 2 pairs must be 1 and 6 and 2 and 5. Let's put that in. 1, 2, 5 and 6. So 4 is not here. 4 goes, oops, 4 goes here. That's very, very interesting. Now let me think here. Okay, 8 in row 5 cannot be in these cells because that would force a 9 here. So 8 goes here. Excellent. And now if you look at this circle right here, it can maximum be a 6, which means 6 is ruled out here. So 6 goes here. And that means 1 is ruled out from here because a 6 wherever it goes here will force a 1 in these cells. So 1 isn't here and 6 isn't here. That's very, very interesting. And I also know in this column 1 and 4 are forced here, which means this will at least be 4 plus 1, 5, and maximum it can be a 6, right? This would maximum be a 6. Oh, this is also very nice, guys. Look at this zipper line now. This also cannot be 7, 8, 9, but if you look a little bit deeper, it must have 1, 2 and 3 at least here, which means the sum is at least 4, right? Because 1, 2 and 3, and that will take one more digit to get to the total on the other end of the zipper line. So it's minimum 4, but you see that there is a pencil mark of 4 here. So it's minimum 5 and maximum 6 because of this. So beautiful, really gorgeous Sudoku here. So I have a 5, 6 pair here and a 4 here. So 4 goes here. Very interesting. And by Sudoku, 8 is forced here, which means if I have an 8 on the zipper line, the center has to be a 9, which is forced. And wherever the 8 goes, it will force a 1 somewhere here. Wow, this is such a sweet Sudoku, guys. Such a delight to solve. Wonderful effort by Sujoyku and Egubachu. And now, Ah, 7. Where does the 7 go in this column? It cannot be in these cells. It cannot be here. It has to be here. Excellent. So that puts 2 in here because wherever the 7 goes, it requires a 2. Wonderful. This is nice. Slightly harder to see though. 6 is in one of these two cells. I can't have a 6 here because then this would at least be a 7. So in this column, we have a triplet. 6 cannot be here. 6 cannot be here because of the 5, 6 here. So 6 is here. Superb. So that forces a triplet 6, 7, 8, which means these would be 1, 2 and 3. So 3 is not here. That's 1 or a 2, which means there is no 6, 7 or 8 because, equidistant from the center, the digits must add up to a 9. So 3 is in one of these cells and 6 is in one of these cells. And by Sudoku, I have 1, 2, 3 here. That's interesting. So where do we go now? Okay, 8, 8. So 8 must be in these three cells, which is kind of interesting because if I can force 8 in any of these cells, I would force a 9 here. But 8 could also be here. We do not know it. Okay, anyway. Looking at this 8 now. 1 and 7, 2 and 6, 3 and 5. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, you cannot have 2, 6 in any of these cells, guys. If you have a 2, 6 here, this is 7 is completely ruined. If you have 2, 6, for example, here, this would be 5 and this would be a 1 and you cannot add up to 7, right? Yeah, so 2, 6 is ruled out here and for the same reason 2, 6 is ruled out here. So this is 2, 6. So 1, 3, 5, 7 I have here. Very nice. I have a 1 here, I have a 1 here, so 1 has to be here, it cannot be here. This is 2, 3, and which forces 1 here, which forces 8 here, and these would be a 6 and a 7. Oh, superb. So now in this column, where does the 5 go? 5 cannot be here, and in this column 5 has to be here, and the moment you have a 5 here, this has to be a 6. Oh my god, goodness gracious, this is filled with such delightful deductions. I'm glad that the author or the authors recommended the Sudoku on the Discord page. This is such a delightful Sudoku, really. So the moment 5 goes here, the deductions are not too hard, but at the same time, they're not easy as well. It just keeps on working towards the solution. So the 6 goes here because of the 5 here, which means this would be a 5. That's good. And I have a 1 and a 4 here. So which means a 4 means a 2 here somewhere. This is not 2, this is 1 and 3. And now, so where does the Sudoku continue logically? 4. So which means these would be all a 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Maximum, they could only be a 1, 2, 3 or a 4. And 1 is ruled out here, which means the diagonally opposite end cannot take a 4. 1, 2 and 3. I have a 1 and 4 here, so this is not a 1 and 4, that's 2, 3, which means the nearest cell must also be a 2, 3. They must add up to a 5. This is beautiful. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, so that's a 1. A 5 goes in here by Sudoku. Oh, I have a quadruple, guys, and you also have a 2, 3 pair, so which means Sudoku is just imploding now, I think, but let's see. Beautiful, 2, 3, so that will be a 1 now, which gives a 4 here, and this would be a 4, which means this cell, the second cell from the center, has to be a 1. Excellent, really unbelievable logic. So 4 goes here by Sudoku. And that means the 4 gets resolved here. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 6. So these would be a 7, 8, 9. That's interesting. And now in this column, there is only 2 cells left for the 5. 5 goes here. All very clean and logical, guys. Really logical Sudoku. So this would be 2, 3, 5. And now 6 here, 6 here, so 6 goes here, and the Sudoku just keeps on going ahead. So 1 isn't here, which means this is not a 5. All right, so I think we have to mow down this line. We haven't yet made headway with that. So I mean, this is what a perfect example of how a creation can be. Great control by both the authors. You know, the Sudoku doesn't fall immediately. It's like you have to really work till the end, and that is a good example of a creation. Great control by both the authors. Now let me see. I think the thing we have to do something here. What can this be? So if this is 9, 8 is forced here. Oh, that's not possible, guys. This cannot be a 9 because that would force 8 here, and wherever the 8 goes on a lavender line, 9 is forced in the center. That is a contradiction. So 9 is forced here, which pulls the 9 here. Excellent. 9 isn't here. And now, am I getting something? Come on. So I can't have 8 here because then this would have to be a 1, but 1 is ruled out there. So 8 is not here. 8 has to be in these two cells. Can I have an 8 here? Second cell. So which means this would be a 1 and this would be a 9. That is possible. Yeah, that's possible. Oh, I have a 2 here, which means in this column, 2 has to be here, only cell. So these would be a 3 and a 7. And the 2 here gives me a 3 here for the 5, which means this is 1, this is 2. This would be a 3, 4. Wow, beautiful creation. So the fact that I have a 3 here means I don't have 3 here, which means I don't have 3 anymore, but it's already resolved by Sudoku. So 2, which means this would be a 3 and a 5. And that's a 4, that's a 3. This would be 1 and 6. And these would be 2, 4 and 5. So I did eliminate something from here, right? 1 wasn't here, so this is not a 5, 2, 4. And 4 is not here, so 2, 5. So I think I can write some digits here now. If this is 2, this has to be a 4. Oh, that is not possible. This has to be a 5 now, which means this is 1. This would be 2, 4, and if this is 2, 4, for the 6, you will have a 2, 4 here as well. So which means this would be a 5, 6, and which means this will correspondingly be a 1 and a 2. So can I push something now? 2 here gives me a 3 here, which gives me a 2 here, and that, implodes this 2, 1. And if this is 2, this part has to be 5 and this part has to be 6 because cells equidistant add up to the digit in the center. So this is not a 1, 7 anymore. This has to be a 3, 5, and this is a 1, 7 for the 8. There is no 7, so I have an 8, 9 pair here. This would be a 6. Oh my, this is really hard to believe. I mean, the Sudoku is not falling down, right? Each and every step, can you feel the pull the Sudoku has? It's not like you get a deduction and it just falls down. It's just like you have to solve till the end. That's really remarkable about the Sudoku. So 6, 6, I get a 6 in this cell. 6 here or 6 here, which means this would at least be a 7, 8 or a 9. Now let's see anything more we can do here. This 3, which means this is 6 and this is 7, right? Always remember the zipper rule part. 2, 3, 6, 9, 1, 4. So this is 5, 7, 8. This would be 7, 8, and this would be 5, 7, 8 for the row. That's excellent. So this part seems to be the last to resolve. I think there's still something we could do here maybe. Oh, this cannot be 8. That's really gorgeous. An 8 here removes the 8 here and places the 8 here. Now the dot is an 8 and the part is also an 8. Not possible. So this is a 7, 9. So which means 6 will pair with either the 3 or the 1. So if a 6 is here, then have the 1 here. Look at the 6 is in these two cells. which means it either pairs with this cell or this cell. So, and both the cells cannot be a 1, so which means it cannot be a 7, right? 6 here, 1, 6 here, 1. Yeah, it has to be a 9. So, which means I must have 3 in one of these cells, if I'm not wrong. And 3 cannot be there. That's beautiful. So 3 is here, which pushes the 8 here. And this is 3, the second cell, which means the second cell from this end has a 6. Words fall short of me to describe the beauty of this Sudoku, guys. I mean, it's really beautiful. 3, that gives 5, that gives 3. Interesting, which means this is 7, which means this is 3. That's 1, that's 7, just Sudokuing now. Okay, this is the last digit left in this row, must be a 2, which means this is a 7. Not a 7, 8, 9. So 8, 9, 8, 9, this is 7. So no 7, 5, 8. 1, 4, 5, 7. So these two cells must also add up to 9. The only pair left is 4 and 5. That means this is 1, 7. And that can be resolved. So 7, 1, 1, 6, 6, 2, 2, 4, all Sudokuing. So 5, 4, 4, 2, 5, 6, and 8, right? So 6 is not here. That's a 6. This is 5, 8. This is 9. This is 8. That gives 5, which means this is 7. That's 8. This is 8. This is 9. 7, 9. 9, 7. So this would be 5, 6. This would be 2, 8. This would be 3, 9. I'm going to, relish the last bit of logic in the Sudoku. So 8. So 8 goes here. 2 goes here. And what do you have now? So 9. So this is 9, 3, 3, 5. 5 and 6. And finally, we completed this wonderful Sudoku by the authors. What a Sudoku, really. I mean, the most fun I've had quite a while solving Sudokus. Hope you had fun too. Do let us know in the comments below how you found the Sudoku. And please do remember to subscribe to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.